Hey guys, Viking 82 here. You can actually see my dog I was talking about in one of my videos from yesterday. Sitting here with me, recording some more videos to kind of catch up on everything. But yeah, this is Zeus. Say hi to everybody. So yeah, yeah. So yeah. Back to showing some more plunder. This is actually an order I made through Paragon Records, which I've ordered from them before, but it's been a while since I ordered from them. And then the classy one himself, Lonnie, talked about a Paragon order that he got. I'm like, you know what? I need to go through and see if they got some new stuff. Because I actually seen a few things in his video that I really wanted. And of course, naturally, I don't think any of it was still available. That's usually my luck. But I got some really cool stuff here. Firstly, though, gotta talk about this badass Flesher shirt that I got. Love this thing. Just got it in the other day. Killer death metal band from here in Indiana. They actually got a new album, or their debut album, I should say, coming out here soon through Redefining Darkness Records, which that allowed me to get a promo of it because I get stuff like that from Redefining Darkness, and it is an absolute banger. You guys are in for a treat. But yeah, I'm going to kick things off. I actually got a Judas Iscariot pin for free because I ordered so much, and he actually I had a chance to pick out a free CD, and I went with this one here. This is Abdicate with Forged in Ruin. And yeah, this is a brutal death metal band out of Rochester, New York. Been around since 2008. This is their debut full-length album, put out by Savard Records in 2009. And this is actually a promo copy. It has the full artwork and everything, but it actually comes on a CDR, which is cool because, like I said, it was free. But I actually really dug the hell out of this thing. The vocals on here are kind of like that mix of Barney Greenway and Dave Ingram. That's kind of the two that I was getting when I was listening to this. But really solid, brutal death metal. Really glad that I decided on that one. This band, I believe this might be the actual tape that I have. I had this on tape, or this might be a different one, but I do enjoy this band. This is Lavatory with Transgression. And yeah, if you're not familiar with them, they are a death metal band from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Been around since 2010. This is their debut EP, put out by Slaughterhouse Records in 2012. And normally when I see like Indonesia, Malaysia, and areas like that, I get kind of concerned simply because you have a lot of bands in that scene, those scenes, I should say, that sound very much alike. That standard, guttural, brutal death metal with a nice high pingy snare. And, I do enjoy that every now and then, but when all the bands start to sound the same, it gets really old. But these guys are just straight up old school style death metal. Really enjoyed the tape that I bought. I want to say this is actually the one that I got on tape, like I said. And I saw this on there, and it was like $5. I was like, bet. So yeah, really cool to have this on CD. Next up, we have Master with The Witch Hunt. And death thrash band out of Czechia. They used to be from the U.S. I want to say they were from Chicago. I could be wrong. Been around since 1983. This is the band's 7th demo overall, put out by Mierdas Production back in 2020. This band's got a huge catalog, a lot of demos and stuff like that. But this is actually demo recordings for their 2013 full-length The Witch Hunt. So really cool to find this on there. And again, I think it was only like $7, something like that. Very cheap. Paragon has a lot of cool stuff for $5. There are some stuff that's like a little bit more expensive, but I think those are usually distro stuff as well. And maybe kind of newer releases, but they have a lot of really cool stuff for very cheap. Next up, this band I actually got introduced to from my buddy Bono over at Good Music Promotions. He showed me this band and their debut full length, which I picked up. Absolutely killer death metal. Again, from a country that when you see it, you're just kind of like, is this going to be some of the same old or not? But thankfully, they're not. This is Comatose with The Ungodly Lamentations. Death metal out of the Philippines, been around since 2003. This is their 2nd full-length album, put out by Nocturnal Productions in 2019 as a reissue, limited to 300 copies. Again, more solid, just old school style death metal. Absolutely love this band. I think I only have like one other thing to get, and I'll pretty much have everything that they've put out so far. Next up, this was kind of a blind buy. I listened to a track off of, I don't know if it was on Bandcamp or if I had to look on YouTube to find this. But this is Bloodshot with Stay in the Dark. Sorry, I'm trying to read that, and the print is so freaking dark. I really love that artwork, though. But yeah, these guys are death metal out of the Ukraine. Been around since 2018. This is their second full-length album put out by Careless Records in 2020. And again, when I was listening to this, the vocals really reminded me of somebody I knew. And the more I thought about it, I knew exactly who it was, and that was Nate Johnson. He used to be in Through the Eyes of the Dead. Then he went on to be in Fit for an Autopsy for their first like 2 or 3 albums, I think. I think it was only 2, because, you know, this guy is known for just being in a band for like 1 release and then he's done. But he actually got 2, maybe 3. I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, his vocals sound a lot like this guy's right here. Really enjoyed this one. Definitely worth checking out. Next up, another one that was a total blind buy, other than checking out a quick track on YouTube. And this is Bowels with We Don't Go the God's Way. Melodic death metal, again from the Ukraine, active between 1992 and 1993. They actually changed their name to Dead But Alive. I know, I'm almost done. This dog, he gets so whiny sometimes, I swear. But anyway, they changed their name to Dead But Alive, but this is the band's second demo, originally put out on tape by Death Voice Productions in 1993. This is a Metal Race Records 2021 CD reissue. Really good stuff. I've only gotten to listen to it once, but I really dig it so far. Next up, we have Ripped to Shreds with a title that I cannot read, because it is just, I don't know if you can see it, just a couple of symbols. And I don't even remember if Metal Archives actually had the translation to that or not. But yeah, Ripped to Shreds, death metal out of San Jose, California. Been around since 2016. This is their debut full-length album put out by Cráneo Negro Records in 2018. This is limited to 500 copies. This band is so good, but I have a hard time remembering what I have from them already, because I know I've got at least a couple. So anytime I see it on the distro, I have to look at the artwork and think, is that the one? Is that the one that because I really need to find all of them that I have and get them together, and then just make a list of what I actually need. But yeah, really solid band. Haven't had a chance to listen to this one, but I've loved everything else I've heard from them. Next up, we have Winter with Netherlands Into Darkness. Doom death band out of New York, New York, active between 1988 and 2015. They are currently on hold, but this is basically a live bootleg recorded at Roadburn in Tilburg back in 2011 on April 15th. Haven't had a chance to listen to this one, but I absolutely love this band's album that they put out, and to have a cool live bootleg of a live show of them for only, I think it was only like $5. It might have been one of the 10 ones. I don't remember. But I almost say this was actually $5. I couldn't pass that up. Next up, and the last one in this pile, I did not realize this actually had a CD version. I'd seen the tape version, and I've had the digital copy like on my wish list on Bandcamp for a little while. And when I saw this CD on there, I just jumped on it and immediately put it in the cart. But this is Hedonist with Sepulchral Lacerations Demo 21. Death metal out of Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. Not exactly sure when they formed, but this is the band's debut demo, originally put out by the band themselves digitally back in 2021. Witchhammer Productions did a CD reissue just this year, limited to 300 copies. I don't believe this is numbered anywhere, but yeah, really, really killer death metal. I mean, if you couldn't tell by the logo, kind of has that Swedish feel to it. You know, that HM2 style of heavy metal. I mean, Necrotic Nick, I mean, you're an HM2 slut, so check this out if you've not already. And yeah, that is going to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing. I'm sorry if any of these videos have been a little wonky or anything. Like I said, I'm trying to get back out of this little hiatus that I had, so I'm kind of a little rusty, so I'm trying to get that kicked and everything. So hopefully these are still up to my standards. So yeah, that's going to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing. And until next time, stay brutal.